So you all asked for what I do in order to make videos. Easy. Here. There's a section called EEE or E. A good handful of these videos are what I use. Apps, sorry. Let me grab my stylus out for a second. Screw you. So, let me just go over which apps I use. So, the apps I use are Wit, InShot for editing, text to speech for the voices, voice changer with effects exclusively for recording my own voice and turning it into a file, in order to use into InShot, and Audio Dankfire. I've used it with a text to speech kind of audio file as well. So the first thing I do before I start using any of these is that I go into it. I essentially go ahead and create a chat, but in my case, I do not create a new chat for every single part that I do. Instead, after a certain amount of episodes have finished, I just delete all the previous messages and then input them. And, well, not input them, I input new ones into the mix in order to do them all. So, for example, the other locations chat, this used to be this whole ice skating scene thing with these characters down here, but it's completely empty right now because I deleted all the previous messages, which kind of took me a while to do. And so, once I finished this part, the story part, I start screenshotting after every single message that's popped up. And once I do that, I head over onto InShot, and basically I do my editing right there. Ignore that, but here's a spoiler, I guess. So, as you can see, I've already done the audio for the main texting part. And the rest of it I will do. I split up the audio by the amount of amount of letters that I can input into one. So once I did the audio from text to speech, I converted a bunch of well, actually, let me show it to you. I'm a mess right now. I'm sorry, I cannot explain that properly. So I go to text to speech. I typed up whatever's on the script here, and then I do save as file. But before that, I press this button in order to figure out what to say. And I choose the voices I have now chosen. It originally was something like, it was a male voice, but now it has to be changed. So freaks. Okay, God, I hate doing this already. So, the thing I did for this, let me just type in a line. So, I do that.
Sun to his moon.
I then hit save as file. And then it's automatically saved as a file on my phone. It just but it just needs a few seconds in order for it to be done. And once I do that, I input that file. I go back onto InShot, hit music, and then hit this button, which is tracks. I go to my music, but instead of scrolling through all that, I go on to, well, what you saw, and then search. It's a lot of work, honestly, and in addition to that, there's a lot of synchronization work to do. I would show off the voice thing, but that's the narration part, and it's really hard to do. Now, okay, I can't. There, see, this is the beginning of the narration part right there. So hold on. This is the beginning of the narration part. And what I basically do here is that I go to a certain timestamp and then I hit this button, the record button. I do however many takes I want and the line's done. I move on to the next one, repeat the same process again. But because of the fact that this line over here is like, this is a telephone and this person is talking to Hinata on the other end, which means I have to use, I'll have to be using this app, which means I'll have to write out every single line I have to write every single line that is like coming from the end where Hinata is hearing a voice and it's not him speaking, because if it's just Hinata speaking, then it's going to be a normal one. But in this case, I have to use, I don't know where it is, I have to use this one, the telephone effect, in order for it to sound like an actual telephone, like it's from a call. So the line here is, "My black swan, how have you been doing, show?" I put that into, I would then go into either this or this, and then record an audio. And then I would save the audio, and then I would input it into here. It's very tedious, my editing. But this is like, I don't have anything about my previous videos, unfortunately, so. I do all that. And all of it is on InShot. And here's the thing. After I do the whole narration and stuff, and the robotic voice, that's where I produce the video and save it into my gallery, and then add it on again into, like, make it new. I'm gonna take an example here. This, because why not? And basically what I do then afterwards is that I hit the background button and then I choose the color, and there. And then afterwards I add whatever text and then I put Lumineer on it, but in a special font. So, I'm sorry if this is messy. I do not like being organized. Like, don't at me on this, chief. Anyway, so that's how I do my videos. I go to Wit, make the storyline there, I screenshot it, I go onto InShot, and then put all the screenshots in there, and then one by one, I go into text-to-speech using the female UK robotic voice, and I type in the script. After that, I save the script, and then I input it into the video, syncing it up. I have to sync up every single image to the audio. However, if there's a certain word that's shorter than a second, I cut it out and then move it. Sorry, that's like, this is tedious and I really do not like, see, even explaining my own work is a little bit hard at times for me because, look, I'm a mess. Anyways, that's how I do it. So, if you want to try and, like, do a texting video, then go for it. I just wish you luck on the algorithm. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Good luck making the video, though, if you're gonna try. Okay? Have fun! Well, I don't know. Have fun making the videos that you would like. With, like, the apps I use, but this is for Android, so I wouldn't know what it's like for iOS. Wit, InShot, text-to-speech, audio dangifier for, like, you know, really heavy audio and stuff. And then voice changer with effects or voice changer, whichever one of those would work fine for the telephone filter for me. So yeah. that's what I'm using to edit part 6. And boop, I'm gonna end this video right now.